Welcome to LatinPerDiem. Today's episode in our Viewer's Choice feature is Jerome's Vulgate from Revelation chapter 13. This one was sent in by May Dupname from Ubique, Michigan. Et vidi de mari bestiam ascendentem, habentem capita septem et cornua decem, et super cornua eius decem diademata, et super capita eius nomina blasphemiae. Et bestia quam vidi similis erat pardo, et pedes eius sicut pedes ursi, et os eius sicut os leonis, et dedit illi draco virtutem suam, et potestatem magnam. Jerome says, and I saw. Here the verb vidi is going to occur several times in this passage, twice in this passage rather, but several times in the chapter as a whole. And vidi, of course, is first person singular, and it's perfect, indicative, and active. And I saw the beast, bestiam, the animal, ascendentem, arising de mare, from the sea, habentem capita septem, having 7 heads. Now this word capita, of course, is neuter, plural, and accusative, but the adjective septem, like decem here and decem here, is an indeclinable adjective. Septem means 7. It's indeclinable, so unlike other adjectives, it does not take an ending to match its noun. In that way, it acts more like an English adjective, having 7 heads et cornua decem, and 10 horns, et super cornua eius decem diademata, and above the horns, or its horns, eius, 10 crowns, decem diademata. Now the question might arise here why Jerome uses diademata instead of some Latinate word of Latin origin, coronae. I believe the reason is because in the Greek he uses, the Greek actually is diademata from the pen of the apostle, which Jerome, quite conservatively, rather than using coronae, he uses a word that had already come into Latin from the Greek, namely diademata. And upon its horns 10 crowns, et super capita eius, and on its heads nomina blasphemiae, names of blasphemy. This word here too, blasphemiae, is obviously of Greek origin. We can see that because of the ph here, which is a representation, of course, of the phi. And here it is in the feminine, singular, and genitive. Jerome uses blasphemiae as a transliteration of the Greek blasphemias. Et bestia, he says, and the beast which I saw, et bestia quam vidi, similis erat pardo, was like unto a pardo. This, of course, is in the masculine, singular, and dative, because the adjective similis always patterns with the dative, expressing a relationship. Et pedes eius, and its feet, just as the feet of a bear. This is a conglomerate animal, a monstrum, and its mouth, os, or its face, the word os can mean both, just as the face of a lion. So here we have both leo and pardus. Of course, the leopardus, or the leopard, is a combination of the lion and the pardus, the Greek word for panther. Et dedit illi draco, and the dragon gave to it, illi here in the feminine, singular, and dative, referring to the bestiae, its own strength, virtutem suam, and its own authority, potestas. We must distinguish between potestas, authority, and potentia, ability.